Okay, cool. So, I'm at my friend's house, and, well, I don't like putting people on my videos. That's why I didn't put my other friend. Well, he's ugly. Anyway, I got off work about 3 hours ago, let's say that. Stayed for an extra hour because I like talking to my night supervisor, manager, whatever. Um, well, to make a long story short, I was going to have my next video be a cover of a Fall Out Boy song, because people say I can kind of sing good, and I wanted to see what other people thought. But yesterday I had the runs, so I took my old comics that I drew when I was in high school, and I read them. I was in the bathroom for about an hour and a half, but only about 30 minutes of that hour and a half was actually dedicated to using the restroom. I just got bored and I just never got out. Well, after reviewing those comics and thinking about my new comics, it came to my attention that people thought my new comics was just a ripoff of Avatar: The Last Airbender. And that's not cool. Because I can admit, my first comics that I drew in high school, that was a big Dragon Ball Z ripoff. I can admit that. Because I totally stole, like, even main characters from Dragon Ball Z and put them in there. But the new comics, nothing like that. And I have proof. Because, well, for one thing, Avatar uses the elements sort of thing. And I was drawing comics since middle school. I started drawing at the end of middle school. And I tried to figure out, well, why would people say I copied it? For one, I started drawing the new comics after I graduated high school. But the conception of the elements wasn't realized after Avatar. In fact, it was before. Avatar came out in 2005. I was drawing comics since 2004. So I did not copy Avatar because Avatar hadn't even been created yet. That's why I got kind of peeved when some of my friends were telling me that, because the whole elements thing was included in my first set of comics. But I released my issues to my friends around the same time the Avatar episodes came out too, so then they were like, "Oh, you're copying Avatar." I'm like, no, I'm copying Dragon Ball Z, can't you see?" But the new comics are supposed to be completely different, a completely different series, and the main characters are still the same except for a few tweaks. So, yeah, I'm trying to be like as original as I can, because the first series of comics I made were really, really discrepant. So a lot of the details you could actually be like, "Oh, hey, that doesn't make any sense. I thought they died. Why are they back?" Or, "Wait, did you just travel through time? But then how come this is still there? Isn't that in the future?" That sort of thing. So, none of that's actually going to be in the new series, which I'm already in progress and stuff. So yeah, just letting you know that I did not copy Avatar: The Last Airbender, as a lot of you think, because I thought of the whole element thing first. And besides, Avatar uses the martial arts to activate your element or whatever. Mine doesn't do that. Mine is you could just use it whenever. So it's more like a Dragon Ball Z-ish, but not Dragon Ball Z, because we're not saying Kamehameha or Final Flash or anything like that. And to leave on another little note, you know, driving down the freeway always makes me think of how stupid people drive. I mean, why are you going to honk at me when the person in front of me is going 50 miles an hour on the freeway, and I have to stay in that lane because my exit is approaching? Yeah, you know, I wouldn't mind going around the idiot going 15 miles below the speed limit on the freeway if it weren't for the fact that I would overshoot my exit by about a quarter of a mile in the process. Just a thought, you know, if you're gonna drive on the freeway, don't be such a jerk about it. Because, yeah, sometimes it's not really the person in front of you, it's not their fault. It might be the person in front of them. But yeah, whatever. Just some food for thought. My next post will probably be that whole Fall Out Boy cover thing. So, yeah, hopefully you guys can tell me if I sing good or if I sing bad or whatever, right? Have a good night. Or morning if you're on the other side of the world.